Okay, so okay, let me explain, give you a brief introduction about myself, and then we'll move forward. So I am working in EPAM Poland from 2 years, and I have experience with the different type of tools and technology, including AWS, Azure, Tableau, Power BI, Looker, and Python. And let me explain about the interview process. I think it's your second round, so you have understanding, but let me explain from my side also what I am going to follow. So first we will check your work experience, then we will see, then I will ask some technical question related to your skills, then we have a coding round, and at the end we will discuss if you have any question for me.
Sure.
Okay, please give me an introduction about yourself.
Uh, Thank you. I'm from Bhopal. I have completed my MBA in finance, and I have started my career in 2017 with TP. I have joined as an analyst. Initially, I was working in Excel. Then slowly they have asked me to learn SQL in the Power BI as well. I have worked on multiple projects like sales, insurance, banking, and mostly my major project was into HR domain there. And I have worked there until 2023, and in 2023 I have joined. There was my project was a medical domain project. So the project was basically for the Netherlands based client. So they were into manufacturing of medical equipments. So whatever their project was, so all the they were having two software like Black Duck and Coverity. So whatever the product they were building, so all the product performance were coming into the Black Duck and Coverity, like high, medium, low risk performance wise data was coming into the Black Duck and Coverity. So that data I have to show it into my dashboard. So for that I was using the stake bar chart, and my data source was SQL and GitHub, like a SQL Excel file. And I was using the I have worked on the same project for the direct query as well, for the just measuring the pull request data. And for the Jira report, I was using the trend chart, where they were we was looking like the work wise, task wise, the performance, like how much task has been completed on weekly wise, monthly wise, or daily wise. For that for the weekly, for that filter with the trend chart as well, we have put the slicer.
Okay, can you tell me in which company?
Currently, I'm not working. I was working with the I have left that organization in April 2000, like April 16, like
Oh, okay,
16
okay.
April 24. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so can you please?
Okay, when the project has been started, what I have to do is I have to take the requirement from the client. Like it was a daily discussion. They have to brief me about the what is the project actually, and what they how the data, what will be the data source, what is their project, and what data they'll get, and how many branches they have, and so on, in detail about their product, what they have, and what currently they are getting from the current vendors, or what they are maintaining right now, right, in the Excel form or any whatever form they have, and how their whatever the data they have, how they are receiving the data, maybe the Excel file, Word format, or SQL data, whatever it is, the data is, they were maintaining the data that way. So how we are going to get the data, and what all the tables are there, columns are there, what all the details they want, they are putting in that, and complete information about the product and the data set what we have, and their product as well, they are what product they are working in. And according to that, they just ask us to see, this is the this is our data. For that I need to require this outcome from this data. So for that we need to check the tables, what tables we need to require, and the sampling we can do, like some sample data we can fetch out, and create some modeling on that, and like sample dashboard we can try and show to them if they are okay, good to go with them. So we can work on the we can work on the next part. So in my being a Power BI developer, I have to work on the data modeling part as well. So how the data modeling will look like. So I have to create the take the all the tables, what the tables as well, what will be the tables look like on the stage layer, then the core layer, then the RPT layer. Then I had to share it with the SQL developer and the data modeler team. According to that, like according to my requirement, they do the all the changes into the source file only, and then we can migrate that into the Power BI desktop and make the dashboard according to the user requirement.
Okay. Do you have any experience?
Task estimation approach means how if someone is assigned me the task, so how I was doing it, or like a whole task you're talking about, like like
Like
data.
the whole task. Like if you receive the task, are you following the agile methodology or sprint? How you are doing it?
We were following the
Like how you did?
agile methodology. We have to like assign the task, like how much task, like we have to provide the task like sprint wise, how much time a task will take, how much time on that. Like if I have to do the data modeling into the Miro or the Excel file documentation also I had to do. So how much time if I'll get the data, or I'll get the all the ETL design, like how the things will be going. So so that sprint in the we had decided the sprint, how much we have to provide the sprint, how much time what in particular task will take. So how much time will data modeling will take. Then if the SQL developer will doing their transformation into the SQL file, how much time it will take. Then after that uh, I'll I'll do the ingestion for the data for the Power BI desktop. Then I'll do the modeling and visual. Then we'll create a visual. And meanwhile doing this, I have to continuously connect with the stakeholders to if they have any inputs, or they want any changes on that, so we can do on the real time basis only.
Okay. Uh, CI/CD means continuous integration and continuous deployment.
So we can store Power BI files like PBIX in version, like we can do the automate test, like set up automate test for data validation or performance.
Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, in Power BI.
Like version controlling I haven't done. Like we can set the budget on that. Like I haven't
Okay.
done the version controlling in that.
Okay. You mentioned that you have used the GitHub, right? So
Yeah.
how you use the GitHub?
A GitHub, I have fetched out the data from the to create a visual. I had to connect the direct query mode with the GitHub.
Okay.
So they were we had to measure the performance of their employee, like how much their task based performance, their performance was done. So I need to pull out the pull request data from there. So into through the into the Power BI service, through the direct query, I was connected to the data into the GitHub. And if into like after the connecting to the data, because it's a data, so it's a direct query. So whatever the changes I had to do, I have done all the changes into the source file only, not into the Power BI desktop. Because if you will fetch out the data into the Power BI desktop, you can't make any changes on that. So into the Power BI, into the source file only, we have done the changes there.
Okay.
O, OLAP is a like a online analytical process. Like it we use it for like complex data analysis and reporting, like optimize or read heavy queries, or if data is stored in multiple dimension and cubes, or OLTP is online transaction processes. It we can like it we use it for on like it is if the data is available real time basis, like if we want to do a real time transaction, like insert, update, or optimize, right, heavy operation.
Okay. And data mart.
Okay, data warehouse is a structured data for analytical reporting, like schema on write optimized for SQL queries. We can use it for historical analysis or business intelligence. And data lake is raw data, like it is unprocessed data in various format, like schema on read, suitable for big data and unstructured data. Or we can use for like it is into the data mart there are like into the data mart multiple data are present there, like from the different sources.
Okay. Can it's a architecture approach. Do you know about it?
No, I haven't done this.
Mm-hmm.
DB normalization, like we can do we can eliminate the duplicate column, ensure automatic value, or remove it happened on the like normal form, second normal form, or the third normal form. So we can in the first normal form we can eliminate duplicate column, ensure automatic values are there. Second, we can remove partial dependency, each non-key dependent on the whole primary key. Or third normal form, and we can remove transitive dependency on
Mm-hmm.
non-key
Okay.
attributes. Like it depends on the only primary key there.
Okay.
Yes, star schema where fact table is connected with the dimension table. In center, we would have the fact table there, and the surrounding there star schema is present. So it is very simple and faster form of the schema. And so snowflake schema where fact table is linked with normalized multi-level dimension table, like we have fact table in center, then dimension table, and that dimension table is connected with the another dimension table. So it is a complex form of schema. So normally like I would suggest if we want to work on so we'll like mostly we use for the star schema only for that.
Okay. Slowly changing dimension.
Okay, slowly changing, like it refers managing changes in dimension, like data over time in data warehouses. Like it happened in three level. Like we can overwrite old data with new data, or no history. Like their history was not maintained, and we can and the second time we can create a new record for the each preserving historical data. It include effective dates also. And into the third type we can maintain both old and new value within the same record. Usually it's like you usually additional column for the previous value.
Okay. Can you tell me the factless?
Factless fact table is where the data is available, like and to like it's a type of fact table that does not contain any measurable fact or numeric data. Instead of in primary capture event of relationship between dimensions, like it will contain foreign key references dimension table. So like it we use it for track events such as attendance or many to many relationship. Into the Power BI, I do have a 5+ years experience.
Okay. And how much percentage of working time the development task take?
Development task take like it will take if the like you are talking about the throughout the changes, or like
Yes.
into the if from the data connecting the
And
data. Yeah, if the data is
yes.
ready, from the
Mm-hmm.
data is ready.
Yeah. Once you receive the data.
So if I receive the data, it will take the like uh, data transformation data transformation take 40%, data modeling will take 40%, and like visualization will take the 20% part.
Okay. Good.
Yes, we have like a pro license, premium license, and another license like pro and premium license. We have like in the free version, you would have the desktop. Like we can use the individual user that will be on your desktop, and where you work with a company, so we have to use like a Power BI Pro mode. So we have to take the subscription. It may cost around like $10 or $9, or it we use it for the sharing or collaboration for access of the Power BI services. So, and the Power BI premium services, it will more than 1,000 user we can use on that. And
Okay.
into the
Okay. Can you tell me the type of first explain me what is the RLS, like a type of RLS, and then object level security.
in Power BI, like we have two type of RLS, like into static level and uh, it's the Dex level, like
Dynamic level.
dynamic level. So where in the static level it is a manual, you cannot do the changes according to the user requirement, but into the dynamic level you do the changes according to the user requirement, or
Okay.
into
And what
the
is the object level security?
object level security that restrict the data access. So for the row level based on the user role of attribute, like we can use it to ensure only you to whom we have assigned the data, the authorized person only can see the data there. We can define the dex filter into Power BI desktop, and we provide the role and permission. We can create a role for a specific dex expression or filter data according to the user. Dex function, we can we have to check the like we can use measure over the calculated column. If we will use the calculated column, it will take a more space into the Power BI desktop, which will in future that will create redundancy there in future. So and the measure does not create a does not utilize a space there into the Power BI desktop. So instead of calculated column, we can use measure, and we can reduce the data model size. Like whatever, we can limit the data number of column and row loaded into the data. We can remove the unused column which is not useful for us in future. Like we can filter out the unnecessary data which is not you will be utilized for us in future. And we can utilize a variable, like we can use a variable to store intermediate result in dex expression, like improving, enabling and performance data. And we can optimize the relationship between, like we can ensure the ensure the one to one relationship would be there. So that way we can that way we can you help optimize the dex function. Role play in a dimension is it is used for we have a date dimension. It will can play a different role, such as order date, ship date or due date. So and then and sales is affectable as that we can use for multiple roles as well. We can
Okay.
use it that dimension table for multiple aspects. So for that we can call it a role playing dimension table. So date table can be a good example for that.
Okay.
So bidirectional cross filtering we use where is the many to many relationships are there, and then data if you have the relationship between sales table and the date table, so dimension table enabling bidirectional filtering, it can ensure that selection is the data slicer dynamically affect the both sales and the related performance metrics.
Okay.
Semantic model we use if we have multiple report, a set of multiple report that is present on the Power BI services, that is called as semantic model.
Uh,
Semantic model that is you if you have the multiple report for the multiple report for the one dashboard or the one report.
dash.
So that is a semantic model. We can define we can define how different tables or dimension are related to each other, enabling across accurate data analysis.
Okay. Could you please explain me the
For the report creation, I have followed if I'm creating the report, so I should have the Like I should have the like directly I have directly in touch with the end user, where I need to understand what is the requirement they have. I need to have like a clear objective what I want to make, or what the visual I need to create. Or we can design a unified layout. So if we have multiple visuals, or the multiple reports are there, like pages are there, so we would have the unified design there. Like font size will be unified, colors and the sizes should be unified. And see for the if don't want to face any redundancy in future in the Power BI, so we can limit the visual use. Like we can avoid clutter by limiting the number of visuals on the page. Like
Okay.
we should not put multiple visuals on the page, which will look cluttery. So we should have the unified visuals which can give the actual information about the product. And more than 4 5 visual we have not we don't have to use, like we don't need to use the more 4 5 visuals into the one page.
Okay.
Or we can use the
Mhm. Okay.
if I need to see if we need to for like if the data is irregular, so we need to like we have to remove the duplicate outliers or irrelevant data point that may skew the analysis. Like we then we can normalize or scale your data to reduce variability. So we can use technique like log transformation if applicable. And we can put the time aggregation there, like aggregate the data in regular time or interval, like a daily, weekly, monthly. Or we can assign some particular, like we can assign assign particular person, or we can discuss with them if they can share the data in one particular time. Like if the data is coming on the weekly basis or the monthly basis, so that particular date on a weekly in my last project, data was coming on every Friday, so my data was refreshing on every Friday. So that way we can assign the date or time there.
Okay. Can you tell me?
So for the
Uh,
when we can create the date table, when you're working on a irregular data on implement time intelligence function in Power BI. So we can build a compressive date table that we can converse period of interest, include column of year, month, quarter, day or week, or unnecessary physical. We can mark as date table. Or we need to create a date table according to our requirement, like a time zone. And we can then we create the relationship between the table there.
okay. Do you have any?
Dex function for the multiple region to product category over time. Like the data wise irregular for the seasonality or promotion, or verifying the sales cycle. For that I have into the main challenge was the sales data had gaps due to the seasonal performance, like resulting in incomplete the time series. So that was the problem there. So I have implemented their time intelligence function, like or total year there. So data so for that I have used it.
Okay. So
Your question was like how to forecast for 3 to 6 months based on the historical data. So like we can create, like we can set up the line chart there. We have to count rows, like we have to create the total cases, like how many cases are there. For that we can create a measure, and we can set up the line chart there for like a date or the total sales. And for the line chart we can for the we can forecast that, like for the for last 6 month data or the previous data. We need to measure out how much sales is happening on the previous data. Then according to that we can visualize the forecast. Like when forecasting setting is applied, when we can generate a forecast lines extending beyond the historical data and beyond line chart.
okay.
Out of 5 I can rate myself as a 3.
Okay. Can
DDL command we use for like if we want to uh, like a date defined language test. So we have we can, if we want to create a table, alter a table, or drop a table, or truncate to remove the all the record from the table but keep a structure intact. So for that we use the DDL command. And DML command is data manipulation language. Like like we have to select the data, insert, update, or delete into anything into the table. For that we use the DML command.
Okay. Can you tell me?
Type of window functions we can use, like uh, aggregation function, like sum, average, count, max, minimum. For minimum, like some aggregate function are like sum we use for calculate the sum of the set of values. Average, we use a calculator of average set of values. Count for number of row in a group. Max, it will return the maximum value. And minimum, it will return the minimum value. On the ranking function we use
Okay.
like row number, rank, dense rank. So in the row number, if we have to assign a unique sequence integrated to row within a partition starting at 1. Or a rank we use like similar to row number, but the row with the equal values receiving the same rank with the gaps in the ranking sequence. And dense rank, like similar to rank but without gaps in the ranking sequence for the ties.
Okay.
So,
Can you tell me the
union will combine the result set of two or more select statement and remove duplicate rows there. And union all, it will combine the result set of two or more select statement and include a duplicate row there. Or intersect, it intersects, it return the only the row that are present in the both result set. And except, it will return the row from the first result set that are not present in the second result set.
okay. Uh,
For the query for the query optimization, we can do the indexing. Like we can use the indexes, like create indexes on column. Like frequent we like I frequently use for the query optimization, we can use where, join, or order by clause to speed up the data retrieval. And like we can select one necessary column. We can select a one column or specify. We can check the where, we can apply the where function. So we can check, like we can for example, year or date column, we can indexes can prevent to use the index.
okay.
Yes, cluster index. Cluster index will give you the, like it define the indexes define the physical order of data in table. This means the table is stored in the same order as the cluster indexes. Like each table can have only one cluster indexes, since the data row can only be sorted in one way. We can use typically create one on the primary key of a table, but can be created on any column that improve data retrieval. And non-cluster indexes is a separate section from the actual table data. It contains pointers to the data, like row, align, or quick lookup. So like a table can have multiple non-cluster indexes, providing flexibility of optimizing performances.
Okay. Okay. This is the second question.
Where?
I have pasted it below the first question. You have to drag.
This is not pull the information to student and advisor, but
Yes. After that, you have two tables: student tables and advisor tables.
yeah, this will help.
Okay. Okay. Let me give you the next. This is the Power BI question. This is the data set. Okay. And below you have, that is, calculate the average of total sales amount over a 7-day period.
Like this will help.
Okay. Okay. This is the last question. Okay, there is a two there is an input table and I need the output like this with the percentage of the recruitment count. And
Okay.
the input is department ID and recruitment count.
Yeah, this will help.
Okay. Okay. So, can do you have
For team leading, I don't have any experience, but I have handled the Power BI individually. I was directly coordinating with the end user, not any with my manager or anyone. For the as a Power BI developer, I have worked individually.
okay?
What will be the work profile actually?
It's data analytics and visualization part you are going to work, and the role is Power BI developer, senior Power BI developer.
Okay, and how many rounds will be there? More like I have done with 2 rounds.
I think technical round is two. Now the next round, I am not sure what it's going to be. That's I'll share your question with the recruiter and she will tell you what's the next round if there is any. And yeah, two technical round is enough, I think.
Okay, okay. And that's it, Srinidhi. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Asnath. Nice meeting to you. Bye bye.
Same here. Thank you. Bye.